What's up, guys? I got a standard match against King Swamper. I found him on smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder, and it was a good battle. And using the same team as before, the rain team I was using with Polytoad, obviously, especially defensive Jirachi, SD Luke, it was fine, all that shit. And it was a pretty long battle. I mean, wasn't stally, but it was drawn out towards the end. I mean, yeah, you'll see anyway. So I figured I'm gonna lead off with my Polytoad because looking at his team, he's using a Sun team, so it's always good to lead with your Rain Inducer, unless he did lead off with his Lilligant and threaten me with the Giga Drain, but I don't think he'll do that, so if he does, it's not a big deal anyway, I could always go into Jirachi. But so yeah, I lead off with Polytoad, he leads off with Mozilla. Um, he knows I'm not Scarf now due to me setting up Drizzle after him. And he goes for the Confuse Ray right off the bat, and it hits, and it's kind of annoying. I mean, it's just weird. Not really expecting that, but it's not a big deal. Hit myself in confusion. Don't get to go for the Scald, so yeah. He gets the Will-O-Wisp off now, and I go for the Scald, and it's gonna do a big chunk to this Mozilla. I'm surprised he stayed in, just because of him wanting to preserve it. I mean, if that was Surf, that would have killed him. So, I don't know if I had any investment into special attack whatsoever. So, snap out of confusion because he does switch out, and I go for the Scald, hoping to burn anything that'll switch in, because nothing on his team really wants to take a burn, and other than Darmanitan, which can't be burned, but will swiftly die to the Scald anyway. So he goes into the Hydreigon, don't get the burn, unfortunately, and I switch into Jirachi just to basically wall him because it is in the rain, and Jirachi walls. Unless her Hydreigon in the rain, unless it has Earth Power. So goes for the U-turn, good play on his part, I guess. And he goes out back to Ninetales. So here I'm thinking I can take a Flamethrower or a Fire Blast or whatever, just because rocks are gonna be very important, and it's gonna be extremely hard for his Donphan to spin them, and it's gonna die in the process of spinning him, judging by what I have on my team and his resistances and whatnot. So I do live the Fire Blast, fortunately, and I get the Stealth Rock off. And I can probably use my Jirachi's Death fodder later, or get a Wish Up. So he goes for the Fire Blast again as I do switch out into my Polytoad once more. It's just standard weather war shenanigans. So yeah, but burn damage is whittling me down. So I'm expecting him to go into Hydreigon again, just to sponge a Scald, so I'm going to predict that. I'm going to go for the Ice Beam, and it's going to nail it. It's not going to quite take it out because the Hydreigon's a natural bulk, so it's going to take that, not nicely, but it's just going to take it, like throwing a tennis ball at its head or something. You're not going to enjoy it, but it's not going to fucking kill you or ruin your day. It might ruin your day, I don't know. But he goes for the Draco Meteor, and I use Jirachi, B.O.B., Make a Wish right now. LOL. It's terrible, sorry. It's Death Fodder. And I go into my Moswine, and I'm expecting him to switch out here, but he predicts me to overpredict, or he just wanted to Hydreigon to die, and he stays in. So, but I can't take it because he was at -2 before, or -1 because he is Specs. I know that. And I just go for the Ice Shard here. I could have went for Icicle Spear, but it didn't really matter. I mean, probably should have, in case he switched out, but his Donphan Sturdy is broken from the rock, so I go for Icicle Spear, and fortunately I only get 3 hits, and I do not get any crits, so it is going to live and be able to Rapid Spin. And I'm expecting him to just Ice Shard, I guess. So with the new released Thick Fat, which is now viable with most of Mamoswine's moveset, optimal moveset, yeah, I am going to be able to take that and live with the Life Orb recoil as well. So he goes on to Darmanitan after this, all at that, stealing that from Shofu, and he just lets it die. I mean, I don't know if he thought he was faster than me. I don't really remember Darmanitan's speed. I know it reaches 317, which is faster than Mamoswine, so I guess he wasn't fully invested in speed or genning error or something, so I don't know, he just lets that die, which is really unfortunate because he could have used it later, I guess. I mean, I don't know. So here I'm going to go to Amoonguss, or my Spartacus, thinking that he's going to go into Mozilla to get the rain up, because he doesn't want to take any damage with it, but he doesn't. He actually goes up to Lilligant, so I'm forced to switch out here, and he's just going to Quiver Dance on me, And in this portion of the battle, he's just gonna confuse me and then quiver dance all over my face while I just hit myself over and over and over again with confusion. I just have a hand beside my face and I'm just slapping myself for like 8 fucking turns. I was so frustrated and I was like ready to just forfeit because it's at like what, like +3 right now. But I see his hidden power and it's not fire or ice, even though I knew I could take one, but so it was not very effective either. So I'm guessing it's like fighting for Heatran. So it's not ground either, so I don't know. I mean, I don't even care at this point. He can confuse me all he wants, because I can't really die to that shitty hidden power, and I resist Giga Drain 4 times, so I do eventually break, the confuse eventually does snap out of it, and I do go for the Spore, and I put him to sleep, then I go for the Clear Smog, as it is going to reduce all his stat changes and do a little bit of damage. So now I know he's probably going to switch out, but I'm thinking maybe he'll stay in or something, but wanting to burn off sleep turns, I don't know. So I go for the HP Ice, and the rest of the battle I just want to play safe because I know I can win with what he has left and what I have left, so I don't really want to overpredict too much because I don't want to make a bad move as like letting something die when I don't need it to. Go into my Polito to set up the rain again, and once again take another Fire Blast as he's running out of those, and nothing really wants for him to I'm expecting him to go into something else at this point, just because like a Scald would have killed him, but he stays in, goes with the Confuse Ray, which like I should have actually, I just said I don't want to overpredict, and that's what I did. So I don't know, I could have went for SD here as well, Sword Dance, but I thought just because he overpredicted there, he might overpredict again. Expect me to overpredict again, rather, sorry. And a close combat thing, and just a little bit over half, I think, and I get the fucking burn on Volcarona, like fucking Flayed Body burns me, so my Anubis is useless now, basically. So I'm thinking I can take any hit from this Volcarona because the rain is up. So either bug or fire move. I mean, HP Rock would have hurt a little bit, I guess, but not too much. But he would have had to predict that. So now I go for the Hurricane. Maybe I'll hit it, I'm thinking, but I don't because of the drought. And it's just whatever. Eventually one of them will hit through the sun, so that's fine. So I just have to keep doing this, and I do have the game in the bag. So I U-turn now just to get it some little bit more damage on the Ninetales. As much of it is going to help, but not really. I mean, the Scald will take him out. He misses a Fire Blast, doesn't matter. It does like 20 damage in the rain to Politoed. That does resist it as well. And I'm guessing he doesn't have any investment either, so he does look bulky with his leftovers and whatnot. So I go for the Scald here, just play it safe, and he actually does switch out this time. So I'm just not like thinking. I am thinking, but it's just not going right for me, which it doesn't really have to if I play right, if I play my cards right with what I have. So he is asleep still, and I'm gonna go into Aaron, tornadus-t again, and I'm gonna go for the Hurricane, and he just stay in and he just lets his little again die, so that's good. So I only got like what, Ninetales and what else he had left? Volcarona left, so yeah, I could easily take them out, but I don't want to risk. I got a U-turn, but I don't know why I didn't. I just switched out for some reason. So I'm going to fodder off Lucario here, just because he is burned, so don't really get to see in action once again, but I mean, the games that I have sweeped him with him has been like 6-0, so I don't really want to upload those. So don't really get to see much on this match with him, but what can you do? Go into my Politoed again just to get the rain up once more, and I hit through the Confuse Ray and I hit him with the Scald, and that's going to take him out, meaning I do win the ever so challenging Weather War, JK, but I did win it, yes. And he goes on to his Volcarona here, and he's just trying to set up on me, hoping that like he can take a Scald or something, but none of that shit's gonna happen. Snap through Confused because Ninetales is no longer in the field, and I'm gonna get the crit with the Scald, so that's whatever. I mean, if he wanted to just set up on me, I guess. But it didn't. I think it would have killed from that range anyway. If it didn't, he could have killed me. He would have had to roost it, I guess, and then I would have kept scolding, and he could have just walled him with a Moongus or whatnot, because I'm guessing I could have taken a hit. Same with Tornadus, because I do resist stabs on Tornadus. In the rain, I do resist them, so didn't really make too much of a difference. So just sped up the process. Yeah, that's this battle, and I'm probably gonna start doing some Yu-Yu. Gonna drop out of the man's tire for a bit, just because that Scrafty did drop down to Yu-Yu, and there's some other shit that's dropped down as well, and Scrafty is my favorite 5th gen Pokemon, so I'm probably gonna try that out. Probably the bulk up variant, just because Scarf Heracross is a common thread, and won't work around it, just with it around, because they'll just swiftly take it out with a close combat. So DD variant I don't know. There's a lot of faster Pokemon too, like flying and fighting and shit. I don't know. Priorities. There's a lot of Scarfers around. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Like, rate, comment, sub, all that shit, and take it easy.